Hello everybody, Redovine here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So, if you guys didn't see my summons, got a little bit of a spoiler for you. We got our boy, Golden Frieza plus Gogeta. Pretty nice little summon session that we had, so do make sure to check those summons out. That was some banger summons there. So we're gonna test out our boy, Golden Frieza plus Gogeta at 55%. Full level 1 links, of course, just like I always like to do the showcases, just to test out the unit. As you can see, we do have a dupad open because our luck was pretty good. There were no summons. So let's go ahead and test out our boy here. We're gonna jump right in because we have a lot to discuss. We might jump from event to event here and there. Oh, great. Sure, we'll get him. Double Golden Frieza to start off. Let's go. So Golden Frieza leads movie bosses or movie heroes category. HP plus 200%, attack and defense plus 170%, and we're getting the additional 50% for characters who belong to categories that I'm going to bring up right here on the side because I don't remember them. Transformation boost, gifted warriors, or inhuman deeds. So we're starting off here. We're at 247k defense. We're gonna start off with mine just to test the waters here. We could do the active skill right away with Frieza, but let's test out how we can work things out here. So of course with Frieza, with his 12 key, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and lowers attack and defense. So pretty good. We're debuffing our enemy here. And then of course we got the Death Beam, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, greatly lowers attack and defense, and we're raising allies' attack by 50% for 1 turn. So that is pretty good, I would say. Then we go to his passive here, 250% attack and defense, 2 key per keys we obtain, and 70% damage reduction. That's pretty good. Now for 5 turns from the character's entry turn, we're getting guard. Starting from the 6th turn, that lowers to 70%. So basically, great chance to guard. When there are 4 or more extreme class allies on the team, or when there's another movie bosses or movie heroes category ally attacking the same turn, we're getting an additional super. For every attack received, we're getting an additional attack plus 150%, and a chance of performing a critical hit plus 10% within the turn. So it would be nice to just like try to test this out on a fight where we get some pretty interesting fights where the enemy's attacking like 50 times. We've seen this on the clones, on like the Gogeta clones fight, and man, those fights, we could be able to see this Golden Frieza get some really nice little juice there. Then whenever guard is activated, we're getting defense permanently, plus 20% up to 100%. Very good. And then of course, whenever there are 3 or more super class allies in the team, starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry turn, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of the battle, we're able to change some key spheres here. So we're changing key spheres AGL and STR to tech. We're randomly changing key spheres, the physical and int to rainbow, and then we're meeting up with Gogeta so we can do our reversal exchange, which reminds me, I can actually pause here real quick. We can let the audio play so we can actually see the reversal exchange happen. Alright, so we got the music in game now so we can be entertained whenever we see the animation here. So I'm possibly not gonna do the active skill for them just yet. You could do this immediately on turn 1. However, I do want to get the advantage in seeing if this works because we do want to see both of these guys, Gogeta and Frieza, in action. So let's go ahead and start things off here real quick. Sadly, we're not going to be able to get the support from Janemba since the orbs are not helpful. That battle motion looks sick, man. I love it. Alright, so let's see what our boy Frieza's looking like. We're just getting hit maybe once here. So we're looking at 11 million. Again, 55% full level 1 links. Not the best linking partners here. Because of course, Frieza has mostly wicked bloodline types of links. So Thirst for Conquest, Universe Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space. We could be able to see some good, decent linking options whenever we get the ECA for the AGL LR Golden Frieza. which is confirmed is going to be arriving on Wednesday, like next Wednesday. So, hey, I appreciate it, Kensei. Thank you. So, that is the only way that we can be able to get some actual decent linking partners with him. So, yeah. Oh, we got this. Tell me when was the last time that you started seeing that, huh? It's been a while since we've seen this. Right, I'm also eating, so sorry. So, of course, with this guy, we don't need to do too much. He's our defensive juggernaut for now. And then, of course, we will use... Dude, the orbs have been terrible, actually. I was trying to get the support from Path to Power here, but we're not going to be able to get that. So we're gonna jump in, of course, maybe on the next turn, depending on what we see. Because, of course, we're gonna get the reversible exchange active here. So it'll be his third turn. I want to use Gogeta, but I also want to use Frieza's active just to test out the waters here. So we will get the next turn, most likely, just to see what he does. Because we have a lot to discuss. Again, whenever it comes down to, like, reversible exchange characters, there's so many things that we do have to, like, check out, man. Got shafted? Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. Alright, let me lower the volume a little bit because it's a little bit too loud. So yeah, next turn we're gonna get the reversible exchange animation here. I do want to see a turn when we're seeing a lot of attacks coming through, so that way we can see him in a better light here. Okay, we're getting this. This is my first time ever hearing that voice line from Gogeta. Of course in Japanese, because we didn't get the Japanese stuff there. So we can do the reversible exchange with our boy Gogeta here. We can see him going on here. Of course, do keep in mind that Frieza's reversible exchange options here, we were able to look it up on his passive, that starting from the third turn from the counter's entry turn, when there are 3 or more superclass allies on the team, we're able to change all those key spheres and that we need to change into Tech and Rainbow. So the field right now, it's not looking like that. Actually, is it just... I didn't mean to do that. Is it just the... Okay, so it is physical and int, and of course AGL and SCR. So we only have on this team, we do have 3 members on the team that are superclass. Yeah, so we could have actually... We could possibly got really unlucky with the other orb change here and there. But again, let's go ahead and test out Gogeta. I want to keep him alongside the gods because, again, he needs it, right? Wait a minute. Ooh, that battle motion looks sick. Alright, so let's go in and get our boy here. Again, do keep in mind, we're getting a lot here. So, let me actually talk about Gogeta in a second. Again, this is the issue with reversible exchange characters. The video is going to be so lengthy, man. It's insane. So we got the 12 key, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. Then we got the Gallic Gun, which is cool. Massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. We're causing mega colossal damage to the enemy, and then we're raising allies' defense by 50% for the turn. So again, that defense raise for the turn is really, really good. It helps out everybody. Of course, I'm more of a defense alignment of a player, so whenever I see defense coming in, it looks pretty good. Let me see the transformation here. Yeah, we love that. We love to see that. Then of course we got the passive skill here. We can perform the reversible exchange with Golden Frieza. We're getting 6 ki, 250% attack and defense. We're getting 1 ki per ki sphere obtained. We're also getting attacks effective against all types. We're getting a 50% chance to dodge as well. Look at the absurdity, bro. With a ki sphere obtained, we're fully recovering HP. So we're fully regenerating HP, which is crazy. With just a ki sphere obtained. Of course, this is once only, but you can be able to do this twice, because if you're running double Gogeta and Golden Frieza, you're able to do this again. You do have to swap over to Gogeta and be able to use it, which absolutely crazy. Then, whenever we have 3 or more superclass allies on the team, or when there's a movie heroes or movie bosses category ally attacking the same turn, we're getting 40% damage reduction, which is pretty good. When attacking, we're getting attacking with 20 or more keys, sorry. We're getting 200% attack and defense, and we're getting a 70% chance to crit. Pretty good. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 ki, which again is going to be a lot easier for this character to get it, you're going to get a guaranteed crit. So technically speaking, you don't need crit for this character. That'll help me influence the build for this guy. And then of course you're getting attack plus 150%. For every ki sphere obtained, we're getting a chance of evading enemy's attack plus 5%. We're getting attack plus 10%, and all allies are getting defense plus 10% when attacking. This is all by just every ki sphere collected, which is insane. And then for every 5 ki spheres obtained, we're getting an additional super, which again, the active skill for this guy changes all ki spheres to tech. So 23 ki basically gets us at least 4 supers. 5 with the guaranteed one that we're going to be doing. And then of course, that is the only additional chance that we got, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump in without any further ado. Let's see, we got 10 ki spheres. Let's see how much our boys are getting here. We're getting some defenses, 346k, of course. Let's get these for the gods. Of course, the gods are not going to get an opportunity to attack, right? So let's go ahead and see how our boy Gogeta looks. 34? $34, huh? Okay. So keep in mind that if we... Oh, sorry, my bad.
何ですかあなた、俺はゴジータ、悟空とベジータが合体したんだよ。ベジータ、カカロット、余計な真似だぞ。あ、分かってる。これはあんな強いやつ初めてだ。サブレイしてきたぜ。
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk in front of the goat Golden Frieza, right? Alright, so I guess we can start doing this, man. We can start playing these animations. And for Frieza, of course, it's a target skill. So we got a couple of attacks here that we can use. Let's go ahead and start kicking things off here, because I guess I wanna not have this video to be like 45 minutes long, but it might have to because of all the things that we need to talk about with these guys. All of these guys are getting multiple factors here. So Frieza right now, we could put him on slot 1 and just keep the train going, so we can raise the attacks and things like that. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's of course transform with the Broly here. Alright, so let's see Frieza. We're not going to use his active just yet because I do want to see a bit more extra attack power that we can get from him. We're going to receive at least 3. I'm not sure if this guy seals. Please don't. So that way we can get some effective stuff going on here. Let's go ahead. We're getting all that. And again, after we attack, we're also going to be receiving some attack buffs here too. Man, the orbs have been a nightmare on this showcase. Let me see here. Okay, we're good. Gogeta making the Naruto run canon on Dokkan. Exactly. He's alongside Sasuke here, so. Alright, 28 million. This is the friend one. He has been link leveled a little bit, and he does have some pretty decent equips here and there. So again, we're testing the waters here. There's the additional super. There's a lot of things that we gotta keep an eye out for. So, of course, Golden Frieza with 70% damage reduction, guard for the first 5 turns from the character's entry turn. We're looking pretty nice. Of course, after we super, we're getting some extra attack buffs for the team. I mean, for the rotation actually, because it's just for the turn. I do want to eventually proc the active skill. And I do want to... I think we are fully built up because... Again, we're getting that guard activated here. And whenever guard is active, we're getting that 20% defense up to 100%, which is, again, very necessary. So that way we get the extra defensive chances. We're also getting attack and defense plus 250%. And we're also, during the turn that he's getting hit, we're also getting attack plus 150%. It's... Oh boy. Okay, I was gonna say it's kind of unfortunate that we got destroyed here. Alright. So let's do this right here. Let's see Gogeta. How's he's looking? 260k. Do we want to see the KO screen? Because of course with Gogeta, if we proc his active skill, we basically do the KO with the Kamehameha. And then of course we change all the key spheres into tech. I don't want to do that just yet. Like I had to like go into like the burst mode for not burst mode, boss rush for the Shadow Dragons, because I feel like that would have been a lot better. Because these fights are, of course, they're not tedious, but they're not difficult to handle, right? So let's yeah, let me speed it up a little bit. I need to hurry up. All right, so what we're gonna do, of course, let's keep pushing through. And we will use Frieza's active skill on the next turn because his guard, of course, is gonna run out. And basically his guaranteed guard is gonna run out. It's gonna turn into a 70% chance to guard. So we'll do his active skill, which again is a target skill mechanic that he can get. Can be activated, of course, when there are 4 or more extreme class allies on the team. And how the team is built right now, how we do have the team built right here, is that the friend does count as an extreme class character. So we count him. We got Broly, and we got Janemba. So those are 3 characters. If you bring your own leader as well, that technically makes up for the 4 or more extreme class characters that you have. So you can use this active skill right away depending on the team build that you have. So we are going to get 24 key, 400% defense, and we're going to get the target skill mechanic. So let's go ahead. I kind of want to do this just to float him off, but let's just keep him like this so that way we keep him on rotation. Janemba, I think we can get the support from Janemba. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And let's go ahead and play the active skill. Let's play Broly's and then we play... Actually, no, I'll play Broly's later. Let's do this one. So this impenetrable wall here got some extra defenses here. So we're at 2.6 million defense. Do keep in mind that we're not getting any stacks whatsoever with this guy. We're not stacking, we're only getting attack. We are, of course, getting some defenses after when our guard is activated. And if we look at our character here, we can see that he got number of times guard is activated. Yeah, 6 times. So we got that extra defense buff there, and we got the extra 400% defense there. So we're looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and do this right here, and we are going to get some pretty nice attack buffs because we're going to get hit with all those attacks that are incoming because of the target mechanic. So let's see how Frieza handles these attacks here. Oh, nice dodge. Actually, well, he does need to get hit though, so I don't know if the dodge actually counts, but we'll see. Getting some extra attack power for our boy Frieza. Extra attack power and extra crit chance because of the line of his passive. So let's see how our boy Frieza's looking here. 22 million. Now, again, there's not a lot of attacks here and there, so it's a little bit low. We do, like, if you want to troll around and see, like, the big attack stats and the big numbers, you would want to go into, like, maybe the clone fight, things like that. You get hit with all those attacks and see how high that Frieza can skyrocket in terms of attack power, but... I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. That's some impenetrable defense, technically. We got 400 plus defense, 400% defense. We're also getting some nice little defense as well because we built it up from the defense after we're getting hit because we're getting the guard. And now, do keep in mind as well that if you do trigger Frieza's as active to be like the target mechanic, you can use the target mechanic on Gogeta. So basically using the active skill for Frieza and then swapping over to Gogeta. He will still have the target mechanic at him. And of course Gogeta has some pretty high dodge chances, so we're gonna be looking pretty good. But yeah, let's change the scenery up a little bit. Let me check right here. I think we get the support here. I don't think we kill, but I'm a little bit nervous. I wanted to see the turn with the with all the field of orbs, but apparently he was too strong and he just KO'd the blue boys. Okay, that's one of the main reasons I wanted to put like Gogeta on. Like, there's a lot there. So yeah, after we finish him off, we don't change the key spheres here. 593k defense. Of course, we don't have the target mechanic anymore, so. Technically speaking, we're not looking so hot. Let's see. I do want to see how he contends with a super attack, but I don't know if Janemba has enough firepower to like tank it here. Alright, let's do that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna die, but let's test our luck here. We'll get the support, maybe. And hope to God we don't. Okay. That's fine. Please do another super Janemba, please. Okay, no super. That's fine. Ow. Ow. Alright. So 5 million, of course, pretty low. He didn't get hit at all, so technically speaking, we are not getting any attack buffs here. Getting the additional super attack. So let's see how well he tanks that super. Either we die and we wrap up the video, or he tanks it pretty good and we are looking at a goat. I was gonna say he could actually dodge it too, but we didn't get that. Let's see. Oh, okay, I mean, on a setup like this, that's some pretty nice tanking. It's a pretty decent tanking. I can confirm that. This guy hits pretty decently hard, so we'll take that. So my overarching thoughts here for this unit. He's good. Of course, there's not going to be... There possibly could be some scenarios here and there where you're going to get hit like 50 times. There's going to be some rotation locking. Let's say you're in the Samasu and Rose fight, and you get this guy locked on slot 3. You use the active, and you can still technically cook with that. Oh.
お前と一緒に避難する準備だ。一人用のポットでか。
I was gonna say, let's get some buffs for Janemba, I mean for Broly here. So, looking at it, is that, you know, we have these two, right? I mean, Gogeta is just completely different from this, and of course it works to our benefit here. Let me actually do this, I guess. We don't have a lot of orbs here that we can get some good stuff. Actually, I could have just swapped on the... Let me actually test that out, because we didn't swap with the Gogeta version on the friend Frieza. We could heal, like get that full heal, because we haven't used it yet for his end. So here is my overarching thoughts with this guy. The team building is gonna be so weird. Of course, we could replace some characters in here. We did get Janemba here, just to have a bit of a replacement. But we could add the LR Golden Frieza that's bound to get an ECA. And I feel like you're going to be a lot more comfortable with that team setup if you're going to do this little mix and match that we have here. I wouldn't say... again, this all depends on how you want to run the character, because there are many different things that you can do with this guy. It's so different, but it's so unique. You can use Frieza and have some extreme class characters alongside him, so that'll help him out. Again, Frieza has some very interesting wicked bloodline links, so we got links like Strongest in the Universe, we got Universe Most Malevolent, Prodigies, things like that, so LR Golden Frieza can benefit from it. But there's not a lot of characters that have those types of links, so waiting for that LR Golden Frieza ECA coming in on Wednesday night, I think, Wednesday morning, so that will be pretty good, so we can run him alongside him. Or you can cater to our boy... Oh, we actually took away the super, that's good. Or you can cater to the boy Gogeta here, and just making the team a lot more super class efficient, so that way you can get some extra help with that. Let's see this right here. Could we... Are we gonna heal? Wow, that's crazy. It actually worked. Oh, that's so good. Okay, that's awesome. I like that. You got that heal in the back pocket too. That actually works out a lot. Okay, dude, that's pretty good. So, and then of course Gogeta, he works pretty well with the other Gogetas. You know, Fuse Fighter, Over in a Flash, those types of links as well. Like, he works pretty good. I did kind of made a thought, like thinking to ourselves, are we going to get the limited time buffs for the 5-year anniversary unit? That could be like awesome, but of course we didn't get any news regarding that, so we're gonna have to rely a little bit on the team composition that we have here. Movie heroes could be a little bit iffy though, because you know we got the gods that can be helpful. We do have Path of Power Goku that can help us out here. We also have the 10th anniversary Gogeta that can also help us out here. However, again, the mixing and matching thing does not seem appealing, right? It kind of compromises the team build in a way. So you might have to like resort to thinking, oh well, we do get a pretty nice little link setup with the villain side of things, or you can set up for a super class run, right? We got those options there. So you guys can let me know, of course, your thoughts down in the comments below. There's so much more to like test out from this unit. Like, I feel like we haven't seen most of what he is capable of doing. But overall, man, at 55%, he is pretty strong. The Frieza portion, though, I would like to reiterate as well that he does need to get hit a bit in order for him to build up on his attack, at least for the turn being, right? And then we do have that target skill mechanic that can help you out, so that way he gets all the hits that he needs. Another fun fact is that after you do the target skill mechanic, once you swap over to, like, you use the target skill mechanic, you can swap over to Gogeta, and then again, if you have Gogeta available, he can help you out because you get some pretty high chances of dodging here, and of course with all the key spheres obtained. So you can get to maybe like 100% chance to dodge with all the key spheres that you need to collect, and the target skill mechanic, so it can save you the turn. It's a little bit of a better Gogeta Blue from the 9th year anniversary target skill. A little bit better than that, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy about this unit here. He seems pretty strong. The only thing that bothers me is the team build. So you're going to have to decide whether you should build this character or like this team setup on a super class way, or that can help and benefit Gogeta, or in a extreme class way where it can help Frieza. I would say running this guy as a unit in a team, let's say movie heroes or movie bosses, can also be very helpful too, because you don't have to tinkle around with the team composition here and there. So those, I would say, are my overall thoughts. But overall, he looks really good. I like this unit. It's a bit of, just like they mentioned, it's a bit of an experiment what they have here with these two. So pretty good stuff. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think about this guy? Again, pretty interesting, pretty nice little unit to have here. I like him a lot. So we'll of course be doing a lot of runs here with these guys and testing them out and see how well we go with them. We will await the LR Golden Frieza ECA, test them out. Maybe we would see possible Super ECAs in the future that could accommodate for this guy, either the Gogeta side or the Golden Frieza side. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the Gogeta, or Golden Frieza plus Gogeta reversible exchange character. Certainly a very interesting unit.